Should I start?
Sure. Are we even gonna do an intro? We're just gonna get into it.
I was.
You wanna welcome beautiful people? They're welcome already. Okay. They're welcome. They're really welcome. I think let's just start.
Okay. Honestly, it was just because I've always hated the hey guys, welcome.
I hate that.
That's
why I was like, just start, get into it. Nobody has time.
Cool.
Anytime I see someone say, hey, what's up, I'm out.
No, I hear you. Okay, fine. 3, 2, 1, let's go. This is the Café, the CakenTea podcast, where we actually share the reality of the industry, our growth, and I guess what it's like to just be a creative in the South African streets, but also globally. And today we've never talked about who we are and like just generally actually giving you guys history of what we've been through.
Loki just appeared,
but there was always a genesis where everything started, and even our relationship. A lot of people think that we like blood brothers and have thought that,
are you guys twins?
And now we're rolling with it. Yeah, he's my twin.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. We have baby photos.
But anyway, guys, welcome to the Café by CakenTea.
How you doing, man?
Yo! that felt so real.
Yeah.
I think, look, I'm fine. I'm fine for now.
Yeah.
The reason I'm fine is because we are moving in the direction we want to move in, finally.
Yeah.
So I'm okay for that purpose.
Yeah.
If we weren't moving in the direction and I had the same amount of energy I have now, then I wasn't going to be fine.
No, yeah.
So energy-wise, mindset-wise, mindset's good. Let me say mental energy-wise.
Yeah.
Is not amazing, but because we're on the path that we want and we're taking steps toward what we want to do, I'm actually great.
Okay.
What about you? How you doing, bro?
So, to give people context, right? So right now, it's been a long year. It's been a very long year.
It's been a long life.
Long life. We kind of wanted to give you guys like our history, but to tell you why right now I'm cooked, right? I think this is the most cooked I've ever been. We've done a lot of work over the past few. When did we start our company?
We started the company in 2021.
Yeah, but we started working with each other in 2017.
Yes,
right?
at the end of 2017, around June.
And I think I can say the glory days or the days where we had the most energy, early 20s, I think we used them pretty wisely. We gave it our all. So we started with like animation. Yeah. I think back then is that thing of like, it's that thing of starting on ground zero, level 1, right? A lot of people don't see the skills that you accumulate over the years because you can't just go from animation to a whole video production and then get clients like that, right? And so I think just getting back, basically that shift of leaving all the animation jobs to getting the videography clients, I had to give, I don't know, it felt like I sacrificed my life, right, for the past year to work 10 times harder just to get clients that we have now. And that took everything I had. But now touching 30, it's that thing of I have nothing left in the tank, right? Now that I have nothing left in the tank, in terms of like, I can't do it all my
I have less to give.
Yeah, I have less to give. Right now, I'm even at the point where I'm ready to teach. Yeah. So that it's like all the people that I've given, I can, all the people I've connected with, networked with, whoever I work with now doesn't have to be on ground zero because I have nothing left. Like next year, I'm just trying to be a boss, right? Talk to clients and make sure that everything's running like a very smooth machine. And I'm also educating and showing people how to do or get to where we got to. But I think the most important thing that we speak about in today's episode is our journey. Right. And where we started. So I'm cooked and I'm tired and I'm just tired. And I'm tired. Yeah. Right. I'm tired. And I don't want this to be the theme.
No, it's fine. I think this episode's theme can even be cooked. Just to put context on your context, I think a lot of people will say that they're tired. A lot of people will say that they're cooked. They'll say that, at this stage of life. But to put context on context, this chat, this cafe, was made so that we can be as honest, as transparent as possible. We didn't just get cooked. There's so many things that we had to go through in order to get to where we are right now that left us cooked, that left us to be in a place where we can teach others. So the experience is through the roof, but the energy now is so low. We've tried so many things and giving it genuine shots. just to get to where we are. I mean, look, he mentioned the fact that we studied animation and we transitioned. It's one sentence. But within that one sentence, there is the fact that we look the way we look.
Yeah.
We don't look tired.
Yeah.
At the same time, we're not, it's going to sound maybe a bit arrogant, but we're not the worst looking gents. And you'd think that would work to our advantage.
Actually.
But in a work environment, especially in South Africa, especially in Joburg, where, look, we are black young men, you no matter what you look like, if you don't look bad and you kind of take care of yourself, you hit the gym, you eat healthy, you take care of your skin, you take care of your teeth, you take care of this and that, you are on a place where you're taking care of yourself, there's no way that you're gonna look like you're tired. There's no way you're gonna look like you don't have anything left to give, because it's like, nah, look at him.
You basically still look fresh.
You
so
still
where
look
you
fresh.
toast, yeah.
And when you look too fresh, it looks like you don't have experience. It looks like what you bring to the table is floor level. It doesn't look like you come in with penthouse level of experience, of education, of really in the game, dealing with clients, talking to CEOs, talking to managers and stuff. You look like you're somebody that's here on the first day of the job.
Even though you actually have 10 years more of experience.
I think
that's been the biggest, hurdle.
That's the biggest hurdle.
It's that thing of like, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But now it's that thing of like KK said, this thing of you look so fresh, and it's like, I see the work. What's crazy is like you can show people the work that you've done, and they even shocked that, no, how are you guys getting such good quality work with such a small team, with such, because we even had to learn how to be resourceful over the years.
That was our main training.
We had to turn so much scraps into gold, because we will give you guys like a rundown of the history of how much we've even shot, like a TV show with a phone and a camera, one camera.
Yeah.
And also we had to write the story for that TV show. We had to
put the script together. Understand, we studied animation,
but
we were put in a position, look, in life you're going to be put in a position where you need to make money.
Exactly.
So you're going to have to do what you need to do. And in the position that we were in at that time was, our employer was like, I want us to make a TV show. And that's all we got. It wasn't like, I wanted to look like this, I need here's reference. No, this is what we're going to make. And it also was real trench work, because it's not even like we could plan enough to know where we're going to shoot.
There was no plan.
There was no plan.
There was never any plan.
You're going to shoot what you shoot. And it wasn't even like a good camera.
No.
It was just bottom of the barrel.
It was just a Lumix GH5. Like, at the time,
it wasn't even in good condition then.
It actually wasn't.
It wasn't even in good condition at that time. And luckily I had an iPhone, what was it?
I don't know.
9 or something. And it was like, put together a show. And it was unfortunate for both of us, but for more of T, he had to be the host.
Oh my gosh. Sorry,
he had to be the host. He had to interact with people, because it wasn't just like a TV show where you shoot things. It was more of a talk show where you have to interact with people.
And guys,
and it wasn't even topics that we care about.
Yeah, so I think that's the thing. A lot of the work we even did in the beginning, it's not like it was fun, popular work. We didn't do like off the gate, like just to like contrast this year versus like the past years. Never in my life did I think I was gonna shoot like Davido, Chris Brown, Rick Ross in the span of 6 months.
6 months.
Right?
It wasn't even on the
exactly. We didn't. It was not on the ball. But it's just because when we came out the gate saying we are doing this videography thing, we rebranded our production company, we formalized everything. Right. We saw so many opportunities just coming our way. People needing help. There's a lot. We'll get into the nitty gritty. We didn't get paid for so many things. So many things.
And that was the price.
But that's the thing. It's the price of the barrier of entry, right? Because even when we flipped the script back in the animation days, we got to a point where we spoke to Beast Boy
from Cartoon Network. What is it? Team Titans.
We met we nearly met Floyd Mayweather, but we met Thibaut Touch. Thibaut Touch wanted us to get in contact with that. So we were even like getting to the international realm. Every time we get serious about something and we really put, let's say 200%, not even 100, we've done,
which we'll get into later.
We'll get into, but opportunities always arise. And then it's that thing of, because of, like we said, that image that we have, that you're just two young men, some people just don't fulfill or want to grow with you or see your full potential.
You also just don't look like the type of guy who would make it in that way.
Exactly.
You look like you already have everything because you keep yourself fresh.
Yeah. Funny enough, a lot of people see us as bodybuilders. They see us as, no, but you guys look like bodyguards. You guys look good.
Yeah,
like
you look fine, which means I can't take you serious in anything other than that.
Exactly.
This is your lane. Even though we weren't even trying to get into bodybuilding. We just like taking care of us. But okay. So we've given your super summary. Maybe let's dive into it bar for bar.
Bar for bar.
Let's get into starting off.
Animation school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go to where
Let's
it started.
talk about how we met.
Yes, exactly. Let's go to where it started.
Okay.
So we both from Joburg gents. I went to Greenside High School first of all.
Hyde Park, not far from here. Actually.
The fancy school, the fancy gents.
Yeah.
I went to your middle class. Your middle class.
It was also a public
Anytime you have to tell someone, look, it was a middle school. That's when you know it was up there.
Yeah.
Graduated, we both decided that, you know what, let's give animation a shot.
Yeah.
For myself, it was something that I had wanted to do since I was in the first grade. And then two, I think, as much as he loved animation the whole time, I think he decided, like later on, let me give this a shot.
My dad actually was the one who suggested the school, because I was like, my marks were average. The only, I always said, my highest marks was always been art. I've been a natural artist from day one. I knew what I was, but my parents, it's that thing of they love you. They don't see how you make money out of it, because they're not artists. They also had
also they come from a
different,
man.
Exactly.
Right? We mustn't act like that didn't happen. It came from a place where you're not gonna art.
Exactly.
There were so many people that I was doing art with that had to drop out of that. I ended up, because I was doing drama, I ended up being the only gent in there, because all of their parents were like, "What you gonna do with this?"
Exactly.
But that's
so through that lens. So my dad suggested the school. I'm like, Cape Town, because there was two schools. There was one here in Joburg, and then there was one in Cape Town. But the Joburg one's going to open 6 months later. Yeah. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to wait 6 months to learn. I need to get my education up, and I was just ready to be my own man.
Yeah, then never been resting, gents.
Yeah,
never been resting, gents. Take a gap year.
Waste a year.
Waste a year.
When I'm not even solid yet.
I'm not even solid.
Yeah, I'm not solid.
Not a chance.
Funny enough, I think there's just small things that we've kept consistent.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the very first day I met KK in first year in Cape Town.
This one is a bit embarrassing.
I was inside. I remember KK walked in with his brother.
Right, my brother was already studying.
Acting cool.
I wasn't acting cool.
Mind you, there's not many black people at that school. There wasn't many.
Yeah.
So
it's
obviously
you're privileged school.
Yeah. So you need to be privileged to kind of get there. So you're lucky if your parents can afford it. Because also remember, this is creative. We don't know what you're going to be.
Yeah.
It's like you could become successful, but your parents don't know what success in that life looks like.
Right.
So obviously, naturally, you're going to gravitate towards the people who you relate to the most.
Right.
I was like, he's in first year. He mean-mugged me at first, but I was like, it's fine. Let me just talk to the boy. I'm like, hey, man, how you doing? Yeah, you mean-mugged me. And then he opened up. Oh, he's real. He's actually cool, right?
This man said you opened up as if I was there.
No,
snacks.
You were there. It took...
I already had bad vibes.
Yeah.
Because Tifu saw me first. I didn't see him. By the time I got in there, I was, of course, surrounded by people not from Joburg. And of course, that was when... It was at that time I realized that Joburg people have there's a certain connotation.
Yeah.
Or there's a certain...
Oh, yeah.
People, if you're not from Joburg, you have a certain perception of how Joburgers are.
Yeah.
And look, a lot of it is based in facts, you know.
Facts.
But people who had never been to Joburg, because other people had spoken to them about what Joburg is like, had a certain idea of what Joburg is like. So, I mean, me meeting people, I could already see people are giving me bad vibes. Are you from Joburg? Joburg. And I'm just like, you know. So I was already on day one in a foul space. Yeah. So I wasn't just mean-mugging T. I was mean-mugging everyone. And then I mean-mugged him more because he came up to me. Here this guy is, and I had a bad perception. I still do, in fact. I had a bad perception of other Joburgers who came from a bit more north. The Santons, the Bryanstons.
I mean, Randburg people are a bit better.
But he went to Hyde Park. He went to Hyde Park, and he was a Bryanston gent, right?
That's not Bryanston.
Yeah, that's Hyde Park, but you're also a Bryanston gent. No, Bryanston was your streets. Don't even play around.
Nothing.
The way you know the back streets.
Nah, come on.
No, brother. So I could tell from a distance that he gave off that vibe. Of course, I didn't know where he was from. I just met him, but he came with the chest out. The jersey was tight. tight. Man was wearing shades indoors. And he
No, I don't wear shades inside.
You're wearing
No.
shades? I remember. Came like this.
That's wild. I didn't come
So
like
he was
that.
putting the
Brother, I was not wearing shades, bro.
felt like-
I can't.
Maybe your aura.
I think you're thinking about how I am.
I think, yeah, since you wear shades so much, I might have corrupted that memory.
Never worn shades at
But
school. Never.
he came through. He asked me, "Does the line start here?" And that threw me. It made me so
That was
angry.
actually the most chilled
I
intro
was-
to get to know you.
But
Like,
he pulled up. Hey, we'll go. The line start here. So I was like, this. So I'm like, nah, go back there. But I mean, we ended up speaking, and we saw, oh, you from Joburg, you from
Yeah.
Joburg. We ended up.
I think that's-
within the first 2 weeks, we're already tied to a point where people thought we were
brothers.
They thought we were brothers from the
Dave.
first, and at that time I thought, oh, no, these people just being racist.
yeah, no.
Because like we said, there were only few black people. So they saw us, they were like, oh, these guys are vibing too much. They
Yeah.
clearly have known each other to a point where like,
Yeah.
nah, they brothers.
No, yeah, clearly.
And I don't blame them. At that time, I thought it was just a racism thing. But we ended up doing the exact same things, just had met,
Yeah.
not even intentionally.
If you watch that movie Sinners, you know, like the synergy, the pure synergy of like the brotherhood of like it's a twin vibe
it
where
felt
this guy really
like
knows what this
that.
guy's thinking, where there's
It
that
really
unit,
felt like
that
that.
that synchronicity.
Yeah.
People won't believe the story, right? But our very first thing when we were learning
So
Photoshop
weird.
and we had to like draw something,
practice,
and we
right?
were sitting
Draw
right next to
something.
each other, of course. So they just said, yeah, just animate something in Photoshop, real
Photoshop,
quick.
try.
I
Get
did
used
not
to
look
it.
at a screen. I was drawing, he was drawing.
And we sat next to each
We
other
sat-
for
and
safety.
we
hey?
just
can't
because
be,
it's like,
can't be
I'm
surrounded.
comfortable.
Can't be
Nah,
surrounded.
This is the most especially from the city every day. I'm not going to
Exactly.
be angry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm here to learn, but I don't want to be dazed.
This. So I turn to my right. I look at his screen. I'm
When we
like,
were done,
dude,
yeah.
did you look at my screen? Because I was like,
Nah.
you looked at my screen.
We drew the
We drew the
same
exact
thing.
same
And
thing.
I'm like, nah, he looked.
It was like a guy who got bigger, basically more muscles.
Essentially,
right?
yeah.
Like a transformation,
hulking out,
Hulk out.
essentially, yeah.
And it was 1-to-1, same thing. And from then on, it's like there was like a bit of like, are we the same?
Who are you?
Who
man?
are you?
Because
Right.
we also ended up in speaking, realizing that we know the same people.
Yeah.
In fact, we were staying right next to each other, suburb, like a suburb
Yeah,
apart.
So it's like, how do
where
I not
you
know?
going?
How am I
I'm
only
going this
knowing
way.
you
Where
now?
you going? Whoa, where you going, man? So it was a whole lot of that.
Synchronicity.
So the vibe just like skyrocketed from then on.
In everything we did, to be honest, like to summarize what college was like, so we stuck pretty close, you know, we'd even hype each other up to finish our assignments. We'd always be like, you know what, let's finish our work this week so we can be free, you know. So we've always had this thing of ambition of let's just do something, get it done, move. And it's like, cool. We were kind of like separated, like final year, we had to work on our own short films, which I'm happy it happened, right?
So what it was, the last year of animation was that everybody was separated into teams, and a team needed to make a short film by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And we were on different groups.
Yeah.
But it was good because, like you were saying, the skills.
Yeah, I learned I was a leader. Through that thing, I learned that I had leadership skills. And I wasn't even picked to be the leader. It's just that if I didn't step up, I felt like I was going to fail. And I'm like, I'm not doing this again. I'm
Yeah.
not going to lose my future to
Because
people
of
who can't see the future.
Yeah.
Because that was our only portfolio, and like no one was understanding that this is what we leave with. This is the first thing that gets you a job or
Right.
doesn't, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like we both had different hurdles from, because what you went
No, we
through.
both had to step up.
Yeah.
For me, I knew I didn't want to be the leader because, like we said, my big brother went to the school and he had to be the leader for his group. So I was like, I don't want to go through what he went through because I saw it. And at that time, I already kind of knew I had the leadership skills, but I didn't want to be the leader. I didn't want to be the one calling shots. I didn't want to be the one with the morale,
Because
gathering the team
it's actually
together.
a lot of pressure to be a leader that a lot of people don't understand. It's like some people just want to be leaders, but they don't understand the responsibilities that come with it. Then there's those who see the responsibility, hence why they don't do it.
They don't do
but
it.
there's that thing of
Exactly.
then you awake enough to realize if I don't,
If I don't do it,
who's
I'm
gonna?
screwed.
Because who's gonna do? it?
Who's gonna do
Who's
it?
gonna do it?
There were times where it was a matter of force because personalities were clashing, and I wanting to pass because not to brag, I was one of the top students. I was like,
Weren't
there's
you
no
the top
way.
student?
I didn't want to say that.
You were
know
the
what
top
I'm saying?
student. It's not
I didn't want to
bragging.
say
I
that.
was. It's a fact.
But that being said, I don't want my grades to be tarnished.
Guys, this guy was hated on for being the top student. It was the best thing to watch because I'm the type of person who's never minded seeing anyone win. Man.
Yeah, I love
I'm
seeing
a
people
natural.
win.
Me, I don't mind people being better than me.
Let them
I've
win,
never
yeah.
minded.
I've never
but it was so
minded.
fun to see people get angry at this guy just because
It was very funny because it was an awkward bunch of people. I want you to think about your schools. There was the guy who was a bit autistic, but the autistic gent was usually an introvert.
Yeah.
Because they spent their time honing that craft, so they
Yeah.
didn't develop social skills.
Yeah.
So everybody was that
like
person.
that person. Yeah.
All of them gathered
Yeah.
together, and
Yeah.
everybody wanted to be the best.
Mm.
Right? And now here comes me, this black gent from Joburg. I didn't go to the top schools, you're average, whatever. And I'm not even like arrogant. I'm just happy to be there. What's up, guys? Keeping my distance. You cool, great. And then here I come, and then I'm crushing it.
Yeah.
And I'm crushing it what looks like effortlessly. Things are never going bad. Lecturers like me because I'm a cool vibe.
Yeah.
Easy, not a weirdo.
Yeah.
So that rubbed a lot of people
Yeah.
the wrong way.
Yeah.
but at the same time, I didn't care.
No, facts. Because
I
funny
didn't
enough, and
care.
even you're right, because even the way the lecturers even treated us, it's like everyone was treated like a kid. Us is like, yo,
what's up,
yo,
man?
what's up, man?
You good?
Because
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
there's just a dumb thing.
It
It's
was
either you-
cool. Yeah, man, it's not that. Come on.
But
Yeah.
like with what you're saying, so the hate was on your end. Like I said,
Yeah,
me,
whatever.
I think I was just the way I didn't care. Right?
Yeah, whatever.
I saw what school was for. I saw where I was headed. Basically, after third year, once we kind of did our team thing, the goal was just to finish and be
Right.
free. We were just like, no, I can see that I learned what animation truly was. That it just was not a high tier
Oh,
job.
yeah,
That it's
yeah,
like, this is not going to get me the life. I won't be able to be a gym guy who gets paid well or just decently. Because I wasn't even like a money person. I wasn't like chasing, like, I didn't think animation was going to make me rich. But I also
But
didn't
at
think
least
that,
comfortable.
yeah, can I live? Can I leave?
Can I pay my bills and be fine?
We used to go to school from Sunday to Sunday, every single day. We worked on Sundays, we worked on Saturdays, we worked on
Some
Fridays.
people slept under their desk.
Under the desk.
The workload, with that workload, you'd think the money you get out of it
'cause I was
is
like,
at least
okay,
livable.
Because I even thought that, wait, maybe this is just school.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe this is how the school's running.
Right.
But then they actually are preparing you for what the industry is. The industry is 10 times worse.
Yeah.
They, even if they, sure, now you're getting paid for it, but you're getting paid grant money.
Coming in as a pawn.
Basically, it's slavery.
labor.
It's slave labor. I can't
The
put it.
amount of skill you develop.
And
there.
that's the.
Because just in that short course of just 3 years, graphic design, understanding about lighting, understanding about perspective, understanding about frames.
And every day, not like taking breaks, every day.
Every day. You couldn't miss.
We didn't
Couldn't
even
miss
skip a day.
one. You skip
We
a
didn't
day,
even skip a
you're
day. We
lost.
didn't even skip a day.
You can't. You skip a day, you lost.
You can't be those people like, I'll come back. Maybe I'll try again. No,
All those people dropped out.
They actually dropped out. They
You
failed.
failed.
People failed because no one's going to help you relearn what was taught in
Because
that time.
everyone was struggling.
Everyone struggled. You
Everybody
actually had to
was
be
struggling.
so on the ball.
If you weren't in the top tier of people, you were struggling. It's not like there were
It's-
those who are doing okay.
It is a specialized skill. No one can just
Yeah.
like wake up and think that you're going to become like the best unless like someone tailors you and gives like pays for your like life while you
Right.
learn these things. So it's
And what
been
are the
crunch
odds
time
of
from
that?
the start.
Yeah.
And leaving, I remember when we like I went. I'm not sure if you had an interview locally, right? Because I went to Cape Town. I went to a studio and they were asking me, so what you thinking? And then I can't tell if we spoke before then because I don't even think we both said, nah, we're not staying here.
We didn't speak
But I
about
remember
it,
in the
but we
interview
both
and
knew.
she was asking and like, it just clicked. I'm like, I'm not going to stay
I'm
here.
not going to be around.
I'm leaving.
On top of it, not to insult anybody who's in the industry, but just so that we can get excited about it, the school would then organize people who are currently in the industry to come through and talk to us and be like, you know, this is what it's like. Sometimes we'd even watch videos of those who are working for a Disney,
Yeah.
which, you know,
Yeah, so
and
you
if
think
you're not
you're gonna
in
get hyped.
animation,
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
not in animation, that
Yeah.
is essentially the dream
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Disney films,
Yeah.
that is, especially if you're going toward the West. And other students were looking at that type of life and like, that's great.
They were getting
cool,
excited.
it's amazing.
Right? Yeah.
But I remember Tivo and I sitting at a distance from each other because we were in different groups. Just taking a look at each other like
are you seeing what? Are you seeing the same thing?
Because no matter how good you are, what did I say the other day? You're going to be the best stormtrooper. And that's
the best slave.
You're
You're
the best slave.
Basically,
you're
die.
so expendable, even though you're highly skilled.
Even if
but
you
can't even call shots. Can't even call shots.
You can't call shots. You can't demand.
Plus, you're being told what to do by people who don't respect or understand the craft.
Or even get the craft.
How hard. Because even in the videos we watched, people were talking about, I just worked 12 hours and I got back at 1 a.m. But it's all worth it. I'm like, that's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Especially now, you did all that work, then someone says, yo, can you change?
And then you're living in a 1-bedroom.
What are you living towards? And that's honestly like
it didn't add up.
It didn't add up. I saw more for myself, right?
Yeah.
Just to give you, just to make you understand, no one that we studied with for those 3 years, when we even look at like social media, is this person still animating?
No one's posting even.
Person is posting animation.
A lot of them aren't even posting their personal work.
And that's the thing.
Because it used to be your passion.
Because that's what happens. You start off with passion, then you realize life doesn't revolve around.
Can't pay the bills with passion.
Yeah, exactly.
There are no passionate bills.
So we basically did not go down the animation route, and we just chose to basically we repurposed it, but I don't want to skip over
even
to us.
Before that,
so that's what I'm saying. So let's say we graduate, we actually successfully
graduated.
Well. Everyone was good vibes, and
even the films we completed
won awards,
international awards. You'd think that you're set up.
Yeah,
everyone, our videos had millions of views.
Exactly.
On YouTube, you'd think we're good to go.
Yeah.
We set up,
Yeah.
and ordinarily that's all it should take.
Yeah.
Who made this? It's a small team.
Yeah.
You should have made it.
Can we bring them up?
Absolutely.
Because it's also that thing. Before we even get there.
Yeah.
But it's that thing of when young talent is good, what actually happens is young talent gets poached. Right. It's just poaching, and it's not like you get poached as a team. They'll maybe poach 1, 2.
Yeah.
I like that you worked on this. What did you do?
They're
trying to see who's the best
who
slave.
Can I
grab and give them, because we've never worked for anything, we've never earned money. We don't know the value of where we at.
Of your
That's how they always say young minds, because much as we. Hey, right?
You're still fresh.
It's still fresh, so you don't know. Anyone who doesn't know the game gets finessed. That's the rule of life. No matter what in any industry, if you don't know that,
either you're playing the game or you're getting played.
Right?
That's it. No matter what industry.
So now we leave this school. I just said I want to learn maybe VFX, graphic design, whatever, like that. My first job was to basically do motion graphics, right? And through that, my first salary was like 8K. 8K, I'm like, not bad. Not bad. 8K for graphic design.
Also, you're fresh in.
Exactly. And it's also a
bad.
9-to-5 structure. So I come there and my work was so chilled. I never had like crunch time experience. I never had to work maybe
late hours.
One time a week, a month, maybe like a late night, just to put something, things can happen,
Things can happen. Crunch time.
I was good. I had so much time. I think there was points where I was even going to gym twice a day, right? That's how good it was, it was possible.
Right.
I called my friend who from animation school. I'm like, yo, hey, bro, how's life? He's still doing something? Yeah, he was working for a main South African studio, well known, right?
One of the biggest ones.
Yeah, one of the biggest ones.
Right.
I'm like, yo, dude, how are you doing? He's like, yo, man. Basically living the same life where it's like, yo, man, it's a bit hardcore. I'm live. It's a bit tough. Then I was like, how much are they paying you? Because now it's like,
what's going on? Because we all
were
sold the same dream. Are you living the dream?
Imagine to hear, I'm working better conditions. I can go home, live my life, go party, finish my money because of how much time I have.
Right.
Earning 8K. Man is working overnight, hard work. Imagine this is your first
daily.
year.
Yeah.
You have no life. You're earning 5K.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, bro.
And that's at the top, one of the top studios.
He was good.
It's what we were told to aspire to go to.
So I'm like, I did not regret my decision one bit. But it was at that moment where it's like, cool. Motion graphics was cool, but I also was like, I could see that I'm not going to grow.
You're not going to grow.
Not going to grow here. Yeah. This doesn't make sense. And at that time, you can talk about what your experience was like. Because me and him were still talking. Because
Because we were tired, you know?
Yeah, we were close, but then how was your first?
I think even to go back to, we both realized without speaking about it, it's maybe one of those more like one of those mind sync things. We both realized, I'm not going to stay in Cape Town. Maybe this line of work isn't great. To a point where my first job wasn't at an animation place. My first job was at a videography place with one of my friends' older brother. It's where I also did my internship. That was my first, which was cool, right? A lot of work, but of course videography, it depends on the type of work you're doing, right? Which was cool, but I mean, I didn't have a lot of things to do because of my background. It's not like my background was that, and I was still trying to push animation. I didn't want to go down the studio route. I could have, like we said, I wasn't doing bad at school. I think I could have picked where I wanted to go and I could have gone there. But from what I had seen, there was even a point where while doing schoolwork, people came to, display the whole thing to make it seem like this is a great lifestyle. I told my lecturer, listen, man, I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to continue working. Because at that time, I already knew, hey, man, this man's going to come tell me a depressing story as if it's inspiring. And that's not the lifestyle I wanted to live. So I continued to work. So automatically, I already said I'm not going to get into it like that, even though I could have. Worked there a little bit. Then I transitioned from there to going to work at YFM, actually, on their media team, doing some animation, some graphic design, etc., there. Very basic for what we studied and the skill set we had, things you could do in your sleep, right? So I was working there, and I also wasn't getting paid bad. But there was no space to grow. As well as this wasn't a space to grow, sure, hey, there was office politics, etc. People were still being childish, and you think I'm the youngest cat here. Why are we still acting like this and like that? To a point where we both were like, I think we realized that at the same time, this is not what we envisioned for ourselves. Yeah. We didn't work as hard as we worked to live like this kind of life, right? And some people are fine with that, but I didn't want to be caught in the trap of it's life. You know what I mean? Like, this is how it is.
We've never. I think me and you have just never been able to accept certain things for ourselves because I think I've just always known that more is possible. More is possible. I think I can get more out of even myself. Right? Yeah. But on top of it, I think what happened is I realized this for myself, but I also realized that, no, man, I don't even have to do this by myself.
Right.
And I even called you because we've been talking this whole time, right? And then there was that thing of like, I remember the phone call. I called you because I left my job. Then I started working for one of like our current employers now.
Right.
But even when I was working there, I only chose to work that way because I was like, here I can learn. I have a bit of free time. There was so much freedom. And when you build an environment that allows you to be creative enough to learn and explore and see what works, you need that level of freedom. Because creativity works the best through freedom, not through a rigid, you have to do this. You don't. If you only work like for money, you will never actually create anything of things, right? So then I remember calling KK. I was like, "Yo, dude,
how's it going over there?
How you doing?" And I'm like, "Listen, dude, I know how you feel about animation, but what if I told you we can do this thing our own way, bruh? Like, I think we can create our own cartoon." And then I remember he's like, "Yeah, sure." And I was like, "Let me just show you real quick." And then I showed him video call. I showed him something I made in 20 minutes, right? Because in our school, we always learned everything the long way. They weren't trying to show us what's realistic, what's streamlined, like I said, because everything is done through a system. It's not showing you how to do it for yourself or make a business out of it. Because I can't draw, guys. KK is actually, you guys are going to learn about each of our skill sets because as much as we're very similar guys, our skill sets complement each other. We've never done one-to-one the same thing.
Yeah, we're not the same guy.
So that's why it even worked out better. KK could draw, I can't draw. But I was like willing to learn the technical side and create these characters so that we can animate. I suck at animating. I'm not the best, right? Guess who is the top student, right? And funny enough, it killed me that whether it's 2D, 3D, any medium, I think the way KK's mind works when it comes to motion and moving things, it's just one-to-one. He just knows how things are supposed to look, how they're supposed to be timed. I was quite shocked when he didn't touch After Effects as long as I did, but somehow he just crushed the animation. I'm like, you were born for this thing, right? So that was the best part because we sat, we had I think we had our first meeting together, and when we saw that, dude, we can actually
and the vibes were right.
The vibes were right.
We're like, we can do this.
We had a bit of creative freedom. We had to also work. We basically had 6 months to
Put
together something,
scratch.
and we made our first pilot. Right, we made our very first animated pilot, 2-man. From animation rig, we learned a whole new system, and through software.
We didn't even use the software that we studied in
at school because it doesn't make sense because it's not cost effective.
It's not cost effective. It's bloody expensive.
And there's just the barrier. Because if I had to work with other people outside of this, how could I mass produce this? So with the other one using After Effects, I'm like, everyone, especially in the industry, someone has After Effects. How can you not learn this thing? So
right.
Now we learned how to animate, and this is what I'm saying. This is what I want a lot of people to understand. Just because you learned something the way someone taught it to you doesn't mean you have to use it that way. When we learned that system, we started getting so many opportunities. Now it's like, oh, can you guys do this for me? And remember, it's not this thing of there's a system where it goes to one person, you brief a team, then they has to go do a storyboard. It's like, no, you're talking to the 2 guys who did it. One guy's going to storyboard it. While the storyboarding is happening, he's going to give me character designs. I get character designs. I start building the digital things. Then, after I'm building the digital things, we're getting ready to do voiceovers. We're doing storyboarding. We literally learned the whole because we knew the pipeline.
I mean, we studied the pipeline, but we had to become the pipeline.
We had to become the pipeline because now that you become every department, you don't now say, I can't do this. No, we can do anything you want to do, especially when you've done it for so long. You've literally optimized it to a point where you'll be pumping out things that would take us 6 months in a week. That's what level, and the quality was good.
Through the roof.
And we were getting clients after clients, bit by bit. There's even some jobs we were getting, we also, when you are the ones getting your own clients, you actually see how you can make money. Because I'll never forget the one client that we got. We were getting 2K a week for the most bare minimum. I felt rich for the first time.
It felt abundant. Felt like I can keep this up. This is great.
Because we weren't even breaking a sweat. Guess what? It's among who? 2 people.
2 men.
And this is the point. When you create a system, and through the system, we made our cartoon. We really wanted to go out there. And it's through these things where once we made our official pilot, we wanted to work with Netflix, Showmax. We're trying to pitch it, talk to DSTV. I was having meetings in DSTV.
We were doing the right things.
We were doing the right things,
in all
man.
honesty.
But people don't see the vision. And
it was a very hard look at reality. I mean, we hear all the glory stories. That's why we got into the game. If you look at Avatar, Last Airbender, it was 2 guys.
It was great.
2 guys approached Nickelodeon. Oh, it went well. The one guy was sent to Japan, got it animated. It was the glory story that we heard, and we were following the formula 1-to-1. We made it work.
We made a pitch Bible.
We made a pitch Bible. It was to a point where the things that other students weren't doing, we were going the extra mile. We said, okay, look, the industry right now is not going to support us. We're not just going to go and work at a company and then we're going to make the cartoon. We don't have cartoons that come out of this country. So we thought we're going to be the guys who make that happen.
Yeah.
And we did everything. Like you said, meetings at Multi-Choice.
People were even pitching their own cartoons because they saw, this
us.
is actually possible. And I'm like, no, that wasn't the goal. Wasn't to make your thing. The goal was, can you allow us to make things happen? Can we make this happen?
And all the systems that you would be told to do online, we did that. We thought about the funding, the NFVF. We thought about all those things, and we were doing that for years. And these are the students that did exceptionally well. So it's not like these are just random people. We studied it. We can do it, and you can see the evidence in front of you. Here it is. We completed it at a level where I would say is better than the cartoons that come out of the continent.
And that's the thing. Some people can make amazing things, like hand-drawn. We strategically chose what we chose because we knew that we just needed to get the stories out there, but we weren't going to kill the quality because there's also that thing of unreal. If we're going to do everything unrealistic, like make an anime, because you've seen a lot of African animators get excited to think that everything's going to be anime. Anime is such an art form in terms of it's one of the hardest disciplines to master, like to draw something back to back and not mess it up, and for it not to look janky, that takes skills
Time.
that we are behind.
15
we are not
seconds
there.
you see, that's what I meant when I said we had to really take a real look at reality. Because the fact of the matter is, here are two guys trying to make an animation. One, we're in South Africa. We're in Africa. No one, even the people who we approach who do have resources, can't tell the difference between 2D and 3D. They don't know what animation is. They don't know what cartoons
They
are.
don't even know what influence it has on the world.
They don't understand its value. They don't understand where we can take it. That is the reality. Unless you are in the field, and those in the field are already cooked, but unless you're in the field, you don't know what animation is.
Facts.
You don't know what it takes. You don't value it.
Just to even, before we lose the point,
Yeah.
just to talk about the value, people act like Disney didn't become the global juggernaut it is starting off animation. That's why I always use it as a reference. Like, no, once it impacts children lives, you can market it. Once it starts a thing, boom. But obviously that started in America. America influenced, great. But that doesn't mean you can't start your own market in your own country and also show your norms, your traditions. We have so much culture.
So
and
much.
hence why
Untapped.
even going into anime, they did the same thing. They did it for themselves. They found their style, their medium. It's called anime for a reason. Americans called it cartoons. We can have a southern style in Africa with all of our, imagine Indians, imagine colored people, imagine black people, all in one cartoon.
The culture part.
But really natural, not forced. Like, what happens is a lot of people force the cultural aspect. They'll just put one black person in the animation full of white people and not build. It's that thing of you just summarize.
Because you lack the perspective, because you don't live here. And it's not like there's not a market for African culture. Look at Black Panther. It's immediately.
It's just, that's what I'm saying.
It's sold so well. But because the people in this country don't understand the value, they don't understand what they can do with it.
People usually need to even pop off internationally first, and then you'll be
and
respected.
we understood that. That's why when we made an animation of our own, someone reached out to us from Cartoon Network.
Yeah, literally.
Shout out to Beast Boy, you know.
And he reached out to us.
He was like, yo, this is dope.
Yeah.
Let's do something together.
Yeah.
And obviously us knowing
like,
who that is. Yeah.
And this is during Teen Titans. This is literally like
the hype.
yeah.
So, we got on a video call with him, and I don't know if it's his manager or somebody else. So we went really far in terms of, I think further than anybody did, in terms of individual animator trying in this country to take it as far as you can in animation.
Yeah.
We went as far as possible.
No, yeah.
But we had to face reality.
Yeah.
You are in South Africa.
Yeah.
No one takes this seriously.
Yeah.
And as much as I like it, doesn't mean it's going to go anywhere.
No, facts.
So we had to look at each other and be like, bruh, is this thing going to work
or not? Right.
It's not going to work because... And it's not even like we were the first ones to ever think, let's make a cartoon. You know how many people before we even got into animation wanted to make cartoons? There are whole studios here that we asked, yo, how much would it take for you to create an entire cartoon? They gave us the budget. And we were like,
whoa. And remember, we were still broke,
just
guys.
fresh.
We still fresh,
I've never seen that amount of money
and
myself.
These guys can do it. They can animate
do
anything.
it.
But it's crazy.
We don't have
even
the
though
resources.
they can, no one. Yeah, and
we don't have the
they
resources.
don't have enough resources to base it. It's like a rocket ship.
Yeah.
Trying to go through to space.
If you don't have the fuel.
If you don't have enough fuel to break through that barrier and then boom to space, you're not gonna.
It's not going to work.
And what's crazy is the studios that do get like resources always tell the most mundane stories about animals, about random
boring.
things. Nothing that would
no
actually
one cares.
Make South Africa look like a civilized country.
A real place.
That's actually like
and it's trash quality.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like
it's
so now that
horrible.
it's also jank, it's like so jank because 3D is more strict. Like if your 3D looks jank,
I can see it.
Especially because their goal wasn't to make it jank. That's the thing. The people
you want
who
to make an international level,
you wanted to
Kung
make
Fu
it
Panda level,
but it wasn't giving Kung
it
Fu
wasn't.
Panda
Those who have the
animation.
resources were making lame things.
Exactly.
Trash things, boring as hell.
Hence,
things that don't go far.
Hence why.
Right.
Ultimately, once we realized the cartoon is not going to be a thing,
yeah,
we accepted it. We looked at it like, dude, me and you are gonna, and also we also reached a point where, like, remember everything started off passion. Then we realized passion won't take us to where we need to be.
It's not gonna take us to where
then
we
we're
need
like,
to
dude,
go.
we need to just get jobs, bro. No,
Listen,
so then we focused.
if we're gonna make this animation,
Let's make
we're gonna have to
money.
pay for it.
Yeah.
Meaning we need money.
We got our first job, which was funny
Together,
enough was
right.
still animation related.
Yeah, yeah.
And it gave us our first 6-figure job. We like, oof, we had
This
to
is
work.
possible.
Yeah, we had to work over December for it. I'll never forget the period.
That's true.
That-
But by then, because of let me say, the one thing that we really gained, that we keep saying that we gained from school, was grit.
Yeah, our grit
We
was
gained. So us working over December, as much as people be like, for us we're like,
let's.
let's go.
Honestly, it
Right.
was a walk in the park for what we did.
Yeah.
We crushed it. We got the money. Everything was clean. And we, from then on, I was like,
That's
bruh,
possible.
we can do this
We
thing.
can do it.
Also now, let's upgrade. This
Let's
was like, no, because now I was like, cool. I don't see anyone funding us. I don't see anyone actually giving us money to create with them.
Yeah, we tried.
So
we
let's
tried.
just formalize. So 2021, we formalized the company, right? Then we got that 6-figure thing. We got laptops. We basically bought.
We geared up.
We geared up.
We leveled up.
As we were gearing up, ready to just be an animation studio. Like there was so many things. We even made business cards. I remember we made business cards.
we did make business
made our
cards.
logo. We actually
Right.
even made like a animated thingy to say what we do in terms
Right.
of voice acting. We went full on.
Full
It's like
on.
before the CakenTea you see now.
It was an animation
We had a
studio.
CakenTea that was ready for animation 1-to-1.
Yeah.
That's when we just got absorbed, right? So someone saw what we could do, and
That six-figure
six-figure
job,
person
yeah.
was like, actually, you guys are
Stick around.
solid, man.
Stick
you guys
around.
always do what you say
Need
you're
to
gonna
do.
do. You never shake, you never thingy. No matter how impossible the
The
deadlines
task
have
is,
been,
you crush
we
it.
always delivered.
Right.
Then I remember I was having a meeting with the guy, and when he was like making this proposal and everything, so the money he was offering was great. I was like, this money was great because I remember me and KK always had, let's say, a job for security. There was always one job. It's like our bread and butter. That one
Our
job just
retainer
to
job,
pay
right.
the bills.
Yeah.
Right. Now,
If we can fund
my
more funding.
my conditions with working with this guy was literally like, yo, listen, so if we're gonna work together, one, I need to understand, like, I need to have flexibility. I have to be able to contain this job that like thing is me. And what's nice about that the job, we're not needed 24/7
It's not a
all the
9 to
time.
5, yeah.
And also what's nice is we're working remotely with these new people,
Right.
right? But now the problem also is that thing of I'm not also just working alone. You actually found me as a team and thinking I need to be able to grow in your company, right? Because I can also grow your company.
Right.
The skills I have, I want to give to new people, new interns, because everything we were doing was like 2-man, and I also didn't have enough people I didn't have enough money to hire people. I also didn't have enough time to teach people.
Right.
So it was always that thing of like, hey, let me
Balance.
grow within a company that actually has resources and use those
Do it that way.
resources wisely.
Right.
That way, internally, you winning. Because even if you wanted to fire me, you fight with people that I've already trained and and whatever. Because also, I'm more focused on the bigger picture, which is leveling up,
Going up.
not to be your groundwork for life. Because if you respect me throughout the whole way, we can
No
do
problem.
many
We can go
things
for
together.
can
right?
go on forever.
So they brought me on, they brought KK on, and we started working with those people, right? And now we basically put a pause on CakenTea. We're like, let's
get
become
the funding
solid
that we
men.
need.
Let's just become solid men.
Yeah.
Let's work 9 to 5s. And for the first time, it was okay. The
Yeah, it
first
was.
round was okay. I've never done that much work in my life. And to be honest, it was just because of poor planning. And I accepted it.
Yeah.
My rule of thumb is I'll always bite the first bullet on the first job when you don't know how to work with me, right?
Fine, because we're
we're
learning each other.
we're learning each other.
Right.
People say growing pains.
Right.
Once I see that you think that we're gonna have this type of growing pains
the
forever,
whole time.
I'm gonna give you ultimatums, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what happened. Ultimately, I was like, okay, me and KK worked our asses off. A lot of people did not pull their weight.
It was really to a point where the company was depending on what we were doing. At first, we were just coming in as the creative wing, but it got to a point where our monthly meetings was just about, what are you and T gonna do this month?
You see,
What are you?
that's
that
how
influential.
influential and dependable we were. Because even the big boss was saying, we've never received compliments
This
like
meant-
this ever.
It was every meeting we had,
like-
even those not in person, the weekly online ones, every week. Yeah, we're getting compliments. Hey guys,
Thank you for your work that you guys are doing, right?
it was sad because it rubbed some people the wrong way.
It was
Those who
one
were
off.
working
We had
with-
one. Okay, some, but one. Actually, no. There was like, nah. There was actually a couple. I keep it's coming back to me.
Rub people the wrong way.
But
Because people don't want to see you flourish.
they don't, right?
Because it's you.
With those ultimate, so once we went through, let's say, the growing pains, and now getting ready for, like, let's say,
And
round
it's
2.
also not easy work.
It's not.
I want to emphasize that the cookery didn't come from...
It didn't. We were cooked for.
We're getting
Yeah, because we're telling you the
monthly.
history of the
Right,
cookery.
monthly. Yeah, so we're still in the pot. We've defrosted already.
We defrosted.
We defrosted, we put spices already.
So now I say this. It's December. We're getting ready for the
The
next
next
year,
year.
2024. Right? This is the way we are. 2024. I say this because yes, we everyone's happy. It's a festive season. Me, I'm telling my boss, listen, bro.
We worked.
That thing of building a plane while it's flying, I'm not doing that again.
Anymore.
I'm not going to do that
It
again.
was too much work.
I took the bullet.
Yeah.
Now I need you to listen to me. You need to know what you want out of next year, so that all
We
the
can plan
systems
for
can.
it.
That way, no one's working overtime.
Yeah.
No one's work. Everyone knows what to do.
Right.
I'm even willing to. I'm not even the project manager. There was a project manager. I kept asking, why is she hired if I'm managing the projects?
Right.
Right. It got. That's how annoying it got. This guy says, no, I'll get to it. I'll do it. Says nothing. And I already said my ultimatums. I'm either going to get paid more. You're either going to give me less work, or I'm going to leave. It's those 3 simple ones. As serious, you will take them as serious as you want it, and you will see.
Either way, it's gonna happen.
Either way, it's going to happen. So what happens? He doesn't plan anything. What happens?
Yes,
Everything's going through like same motion,
Bumpy,
building a plane. What's
bumpy,
going? But
bumpy.
on top of that, you adding more work. Also, you making it harder
More
to work.
expectations.
You also like making it a hostile work environment for a bunch of us, right? Especially, I can just say the creative department.
The creative
'Cause,
department,
like, we have to
the research
make.
department, those who need to put things together, essentially. Yeah.
So, you don't come to the table one time, and that's when I'm like, cool. Now the first ultimatum comes. I'm asking for a raise.
Yeah.
I had 3 meetings talking about a raise because the first 2 were forgotten about.
Imagine.
They completely forgot what we talked
let's
about.
lay that out.
in the span
Imagine
of
you
2
go
weeks.
to your boss and you have a meeting. How much do you want? What does this mean? You have that meeting happens. And then the next time you have a meeting, they ask you, how much do you... Like, what happened to the conversation
That's what
we
I'm
had
saying.
last time? They
That's-
don't take
and this
it
is
that
also
seriously.
I want you guys to understand. This is where you need to take disrespect very, very seriously. It's more, and it's not to say as in someone to respect you react. It's more so, oh, you don't respect me enough to take my words seriously.
Yeah.
Meaning you actually don't care about me. You don't
Yeah.
care that I work hard for you. You don't care that I make you money. You don't care that I make you look good.
Yeah.
Hence why am I working for you if I'm not valued?
Right.
Things like this that you can even bring up. It's like, no, you said to me, I even said, I'm like, so did you forget what we actually spoke about? Oh, then I'm like, I'm not going to remind, I literally say, I'm not going to remind you. You're going to remember.
Go remember.
Then they're like gathering their notes because it's like, bro, since I know you don't respect me enough to actually even plan for me or keep me around. It's that thing of you think that the money is enough to keep me around, even though I already said the work is not like decreasing
It's
because I
not
asked for
enough,
less work.
exactly.
If I stop doing my work, the whole
Company's
company
gonna
is
go
going
belly
down.
up.
So they didn't listen to me. They only even gave me like a 10% increase, and I'm like, you're gonna pay me double. I was like, you paying me double because I'm doing multiple. I'm doing
more than double,
nah.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Like Mike, it wasn't even an egotistical thing. The work I'm doing is holding this company up.
Together, yeah.
I was, it to tell you about the stress. It affected me so bad that my skin started to break out. I've never
The
been.
blood pressure
It was
also.
so high.
Like
Like
to go to essentially, imagine you have to go to the hospital because of the stress.
that's when I also learned like
Cookery,
how serious
spices, they're stirring you in
it's
the
a
pot.
lot. It's a lot. And funny enough, so then I was like, cool. I started reaching my point of no return.
Yeah.
And then I was telling KK that, bro, a preparation, a shift is gonna come, right?
Yeah.
And we're both aligned. We both understood.
aligned,
The
yeah.
only I can say the only thing that sucked is it was the first time in our lives we actually were secure financially.
That was
you
the
know,
issue,
like
yeah.
it's nice to know the money you're gonna get every month.
Right.
And that's the thing. It was like we've got as creatives good salary. We can actually live. We can go to the gyms we want. Everything upgraded because that's the pro of a 9 to 5. Knowing your money's gonna
Secure,
come
security.
every month. That
Right.
is solid. But at what cost? You always have to
Your
ask yourself.
your brain.
Your
bro.
brain, bro. Like
Oh my gosh, it was so stressful. Now, when I was brought in, the discussion was, look, I'm gonna come in as part time, right?
you see, everything was supposed to be part
I'm
time.
gonna come in as part time, and that
That's
was
part-time.
cool. You're going to get paid this much. You're going to get these benefits part-time. Cool. Then it wasn't part-time. I was working, it wasn't even 9 to 5, it was 9 to 9. We're working weekly. So much that I'm like, okay, let me have another discussion with the guy who hired me, right? Because as much as I was coming in as almost like Tivu's subordinate in the way that he was the leader of the media department and I was there as an aide, the way you guys have me working, you would think that it was to a point where the new, let's say, project manager thought I was part of management, thought I was part of upper management. And so it was, now I'm working part-time, but I'm working throughout. So I'll go to the guy who hired me. I'm like, yo, man, look, this is what we agreed to. Yeah. But as you can see, you're seeing me all the time. It's not that. I have no issue with that, but I need my payment to reflect that.
That's it. Thing is, we've never asked for anything that's unrealistic.
It's either I work less, it's either I work to what we agreed to, or we keep to what we've adapted to and I get paid for it.
That's
Choose
it.
one.
Choose one.
So I'm not saying pay me. If I'm going to say I'm going to work less then. Right? No, but they like the work we're doing. But the issue is they didn't like that I'm asking for more. I think what they didn't like as well is what we mentioned at the beginning. You guys look fresh.
That's the thing. You don't look like you're getting cooked.
How hard can it be if you can do it? And that's been the gripe from the beginning. It's like, you guys look like, if you look like this while you're working,
that's what I'm saying.
That
even dressing, because even I remember in our meetings, it's like, oh, it's a fashion show, and it's like, this is just us.
I take care of myself, and it's not even like I'm showing out for you guys.
You don't even know.
Yeah,
like that's
because I'm not busted. You guys want to see me war torn. You want to see me like I'm in a trench.
It's not like, guys, it's also not like these people are years older than. It's
We
literally
were
5
all-
years.
we were all in the same
5-year
range.
gap. A
We
5-year
were
gap is not a
all-
deep
we were
thing.
all
You just
millennials.
let yourself go sooner.
That's
right?
it.
That's all it is.
No, I'm taking care of myself.
But mentality-wise, we are up there. We all
Because
are
of that grit that we learned, that we gained from our schooling years,
but also
our early years
together.
of working together with that TV show we had to shoot with the
Yeah.
phone and figure
Even the
out.
animations, we figured out a lot.
It was
of
such
stuff.
training that we could balance. I'm gonna take care of myself.
Facts.
Believe it.
Yeah.
Believe it. Because I know also you guys are depending on my brain. If I'm not taking care of my brain,
I'm cooked. Once I lose
the
this,
whole company's cooked.
It's cooked.
So at least allow me, pay me to take care of my brain.
Bro. I'm not asking for
Because we
more
weren't
than that.
asking for a lot.
Nah.
It was just make it worthwhile.
My wow.
Make it
my
worthwhile.
time. Once I clocked that one, our raises weren't going to actually be significant.
Yeah.
They were going to actually be nothing.
It was a reflection of how they actually felt about us.
Right? After all the years of the months, let me even say the
Felt
months.
like years.
Yeah. It's because we were working
We held it
outside.
down, right.
Like we've always been holding it down,
Yeah.
you know? But once I saw that, okay, cool. Nothing more is going to come from this. They had the audacity to hire a manager
Before
above.
you even get there. Imagine this. The raises that we got were insignificant because they said they don't have the funds. Right? We don't have the money to give you. I'm sorry, but you guys, can you hold on? We don't have the money. Where'd that money go? Go ahead.
Then
Instead of the raise,
we're having a meeting. Right, I accepted. I'm not getting my money. I'm already preparing my ultimatum. I'm
Escape
on
plan.
the edge.
Right.
People can see I'm on the edge. People,
Like
I think it was the first time where
the
beef. I couldn't even.
if I
can't
wasn't
hide.
there, I really came as a filter because
I
the beef was
can't
serious.
hide how I feel about people.
Yeah.
I can't. It's either we good, we not good. Then I keep my peace. I'll just stay away from you. I don't want to bother you. That's how I am.
Yeah.
But once I can't escape you, I also need you to know.
You're gonna feel it.
Yeah, you're gonna feel it. Like
Yeah.
we aren't good.
Not even like by force.
No,
it's
we're
just
not good.
Automatic.
Me and you aren't good, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to be good. With
I don't want to
you,
be good.
You also
It
don't
was
try.
to a point where he wasn't even greeting. I
And
had
like,
to
it's
be the filter
fine.
essentially.
I was like, it's good. 'Cause
Yeah,
at the end
and
of
it
the
was
day,
fine.
You need this because that's the thing.
Yeah.
In a meeting. Now they literally saying, "Hey guys,
Good
we
news.
got good news. We got a new employee. Here's Mang Mang." I'm like, he's gonna manage the content team. I'm like, manage the content team.
We already have a
I'm the one who's managing the content team.
yeah.
This guy's not gonna give
Who-
us
who
any.
is this?
Who's this guy?
What you
Because
talking
one,
about?
You telling me I have to onboard this old man because first of all he's old. And funny enough, this guy he was working outside of the company. He had a relationship with them. And I'm like, no, you looks like you're just trying to pay your friend for a free ride in this company, and you want to tell him what to do or tell us what to do.
And you want him to come and control us because we're out of control.
What's wild is our department's the only department that was organized, that was functioning.
Yeah.
That's what the confusion was
It
about.
was to a point where even just the sidebar, where even though we have a project manager, I'm the one who's making the spreadsheets to show what we're going to do. And that's outside of my job description.
And that was Keke even helping me out.
That was just helping the team. Because that didn't just help team, that helped the whole company. Because in the meetings, we were looking at the spreadsheet I made to be like, we've done X, Y, Z. This is what we're going to do.
You see.
But here we go.
Then
let's bring someone to manage these unmanageable people.
Unmanageable people. And also, you didn't pay us the salary raises, and you're gonna give that guy the money to do what?
To do what? He's not even.
He didn't even add anything.
He just wants to manage us.
That's what.
What are you here to do?
You're not adding.
What are you here to do?
This ultimately was my breaking point.
That was the breaking point.
I was like, I'm done.
As soon as that gen joined, he was like, I'm out. I'm out. That's it.
I literally sent my boss message.
The boss,
I was
CEO.
like, because I told KK, dude, I'm leaving you. Like, I'm leaving everything. I don't care. Like, because I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm also not gonna. I'm done. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not even. I'm like, dude, I will even watch as much as we came here together. I will start the path out while you're here.
So the plan was, okay, we're both gonna dip. Yeah. Because there's no way I'm gonna stay here because I already knew what was gonna happen. We both knew. Okay, Tibu goes. Since KK and Tibu are the same person, all the responsibilities are gonna come on me.
Exactly.
And then I'm gonna have to report to Mangma.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Same
so you know what? We're like, you know what? Let's talk to the boss man. And this wasn't the first time we approached management about, look, we don't like how things are going. So we did all the right path stuff, but like you guys aren't listening clearly. You forget what we talk about. We're gonna talk to big boss man. Because we were cool. He was the one telling us, hey man, the people who are putting money in this are very happy about it. So we're like, let's talk to you. We have no issue with you. We have the issue with the people you hired. Let's talk to you. And we spoke to him, like man to man. We're like, look man, we finna dip. We finna dip. And he was surprised to hear it because, I mean, you know, as the CEO, you was kind of like taking a back seat, you know, for some reason. But
to be honest, everyone in that company, when they reached old management, and mind you, this was a 3-year company.
It's not that old.
Baby. Your company is a baby.
There was no time to
everyone had the attitude of, I don't want to get too involved.
Imagine.
Which is ridiculous because
you just you
are hiring young people who don't know what you
don't
want.
know your company.
It's your company. I need to know what you want to tell the world about your company. What's your message? They never wanted to be involved. And it's like,
what are we doing?
That's where the logic is. But anyway.
So we spoke to Big Boss Man. We told him, look, we're about to head out. But I said, T was like, look, I'm going now.
I'm leaving now.
And I said, look, because I am cool with you personally, I don't mind sticking around for a little bit before I dip because I know the company is depending on us. And I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you to think it's personal. And
to show you that as much as I could be angry or feel upset about something, I'm not so heartless to think of. I didn't think about everyone involved. I even said I'm gonna finish our deliverables earlier, like 4 or 5 months earlier. So
you have time to really bring people in.
So hard that I finished.
And have you ever heard of something like that?
Because I was like, I don't want to leave these people in a bad place, right? I also think of like, no, to show you that this isn't personal. It's not personal. It's just that you guys didn't value it. Also, I'm going to leave on good terms. I'm going to also imagine. I even said, if you guys want to know where things are, if you guys want to know the systems, ask me. These people ask me nothing because they took everything personally. I finished my work. I'm still reporting. I'm still doing this. Mind you, I'm doing all of this in the span of 2 months, and I'm also working on CakenTea again. I'm heading out. I'm meeting new clients. That's when everyone started to see me do the videography thing with the airport thing, with those other production BTS things. But meanwhile, I'm doing that thing. I'm still doing that that other job, right? Then when literally the last day I remember, I was like, by the way, in those 2 months, right, I could have been onboarding, I could have been teaching, because I've never been someone to gatekeep and say, screw you, figure it out, because that's how you've given us the same energy. I was like, I won't even give you the same energy in return, right? Only when I said, okay guys, you guys didn't ask for footage, so because I didn't want to be annoyed after I leave, because once I'm gone, now I'm like, I owe
There's
you
no access.
nothing.
There's no access. Yeah.
The little good heart I had, I'm like, you have today to get the footage. Forget onboarding. I'm not going to sit with anyone. You're not going to inconvenience me more than you already have.
Yeah.
Then they wake up and like, oh yes, please could you send us all the materials, all the animations, all these things. You had 2 months. And this is when I say people don't have long-term vision. Yeah. They don't understand that
they're just cooking you more and more.
All they care about is cooking you, but not building you, not even themselves. You don't even care about yourself.
Yeah.
You don't care about your company.
Yeah.
I see that some people are just egotistical. When you start to receive money, we've made it, everything's good. I have employees, but I don't care about my employees. I have people working late nights for me, but I don't care about their health. You don't care, but you act like a good person. You act like this, you act like that.
What a terrible manager, actually.
It was so personal. And what's the best part is, it's not just him.
Yeah.
It's across the board.
Right.
That's what we've just...
That we even learned a lot this year.
We learned that. I think that was my best lesson in 2025. And I'm like, cool, but we'll get there.
It was only when Tivu left that they thought, no, KK is just the good vibes, light work. But when I stepped in, the difference between me and Tivu was, I think, a bit great. Because there were certain things I wasn't going to allow. Because I was supposed to stay there for 2 months longer just to help them get things into gear after the 2 months that Tivu left. It got so bad because the manager didn't like me so much because I was calling him out, right? Not even in a bad way. I think I'm very sly in ways I call people out. Because I won't call you out, I'll expose you. Because it wasn't just me and Tivu who are unhappy, it's the entire company.
Team. It wasn't like...
No, it was to a point where nobody knew what to do.
Someone quit before me because of him.
Because of this.
And that guy was there in the beginning.
He was there from when the company started. He was a pillar. Because things were that unorganized, yet they just kept throwing in more work. And because our manager was some linguistic serpent, he would when you have questions and concerns, he would hit you with all the terminologies that you'd end up just being like, never mind. You know what? Forget it. And he was just riding off that no one knew what to do. When they asked, he hit you with, with the this, that, on all these words, and you're like, whatever, okay, whatever. That you'd leave not knowing what to do, and then the situation just goes on like that. Yeah. I wasn't going to let that happen. I was like, okay, I'm going to call a meeting. Even though I'm not in management, but I can see the entire team doesn't know what to do. Yeah. All right, when I leave, with the same mindset Tivu had, I want to make sure everyone's good. Let me do this. Okay, look, year end is coming. Let's try gear up so we can start January strong as a company. Let's have a meeting so we know that where the direction is, what we want to accomplish by the end of next year. It doesn't have to be in detail by detail, but let's just have a broad picture of where we are going. So I called a meeting. And of course, I only called it with the actual creative team, research team, but manager wanted to be there. And I was like, cool.
He involved himself.
He wasn't involved.
He did that.
He involved himself. Because I was speaking to the project manager.
Yeah.
I don't talk to him. He gets upset when people talk to him, right? No problem. I'll talk to the project manager. He decides to join in silently, right? But you can see he's there with the mic off. Cool. Now we're talking. And then I'm like, oh, he's here. So I spoke. I'm like, oh, you're here. Just so you can be like, no, I can see you. You're here. All right, since you're here, perfect. We don't have to have a thing about guessing. We're going to ask you directly, what are we supposed to do? What are we doing in this time? And then he hit us with the linguistic serpentry. So I'm like, I'm not going to let it slide today. I'm like, listen, I'm going to do this. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to open up Photoshop so everybody can see me. I'm like, okay, here we are here. This is where we want to be. What do we do today and this week to get closer to that? And you'd think people who are working for you would never care about where the direction of the company is going. So here you have a workforce of people who want to work. What are we supposed to do? Now, because I had the pen in my hand to be like, what are we supposed to do? Give me the details. He did not like that.
On top of it, usually, why me and KK even get work is because we solve that. We show people how to start from beginning to end, and we show you the process. We've actually been hired for processes.
Process
more
building.
than anything.
Right.
And this time he had no lifeline.
No lifeline, nothing to fall back on. Because he'd say he's serpentry, then I'm like, what does that mean? And now everyone's watching. And then we have people who are in leadership roles who had also kind of given up, mentally checked out, who are in the meeting. And you can hear them laughing. Because they're like, finally, let's see, what are we supposed to do? The boy, who was leading research was like,
What are you actually saying?
What are you actually saying?
Because I'm tired of actually you using big words, but we always end up confused.
What am I supposed to do? Imagine you're in leadership, I don't know what to do. And when things hit the fan, it's on me for some reason.
Because
even though you didn't give me direction.
Take accountability for one thing.
So I'm like, how are we supposed to get there? Man fumbled, he got upset. After that meeting, bear in mind I'm supposed to be there for an extra 2 months. I get a letter saying, unfortunately, we can't keep you. So they let me go. They didn't like it. They felt like I disrespected them.
You see what I'm saying?
So I got fired. Right?
What's funny is, let me talk about before I even quit. I remember when I was, I brought it to their attention that I'm leaving after we talked to Big Boss. And then they were trying to pull contract chats on me. I laughed so hard. I laughed hard because I'm like, the last contract I signed was in 2023.
Yeah, 2023.
And that was supposed to end in March 2024. Guess what year we in?
Yeah, it's late.
I'm like,
you
started this year. And just to show you what I said, your project manager, your little yes man, is so unaware of how business works. And mind you, it's like I had to be streetwise, business-wise to know that if you do not give people, if you have no legal bound to, everything I was doing was all vibes.
Action. Yeah, it was all vibes.
Because that's the thing.
Goodwill.
Vibes also, it backfires because you think I can let go of this person without paperwork and not need to, right? In the same way, I can also leave without need to, right? And I could have also done it snacks, but I didn't. I'm not a snacks person.
Could have waited for an event, and then
I literally looked at her. I'm like, okay, because it was via email. Yeah. I responded, it's like, oh, by the way, contractually, you're obligated to be with us until. But you just, she didn't mean, like, they left it vague, trying to sound smart. Then I'm like, oh, that's actually wrong because the last thing I signed up for was ending in March thingy. Yeah. That's so I actually can leave, and you have nothing bound. And then she's like, oh, my apologies. Oh, it literally is that thing of you had no leg to stand on, and that's the thing. If you going off vibes and emotions, you're going to treat us like ops. And what happened once you left, right? They started bad-mouthing us. Because, guys, we are really, we can't hide our vibe. We are naturally chilled gents, man. The teams, like, if you can get along with us. The people liked us so much that they even defended us when we weren't there. Because they were trying to bad-mouth us.
To be like, they left us. So now, we're in a bad place.
I'm like, no. What's funny is like, no, we're in a bad place because of y'all. You guys were
supposed to.
They also were, because they're not stupid. Like, we talk amongst each other. We even have to hype up them because it's like, yes, we know it's tough, we know it's bad, but guys, let's just push through. I had to have so many morale exchanges with my own team, even though like we getting pissed off working late nights. And it's like I don't want my team, because energy is also so important with team building, because life is hard. The work is boring, and it's like, I don't want you guys to hate doing your work when we need to do our work so we can get our salaries and think about, because that's the thing. That's how I'm thinking. When me and KK stopped working there, people started getting retrenched. Everything. That's the thing, because we were the system. You didn't even want... Dude, I was trying to build systems in that thing. They were fighting the... I was like, yo, guys, actually... That's what I'm saying.
That's the thing. As much as we don't want to base it off some superficial stuff, that's a lot of times if you don't have good management, they're going to base it off that. I don't like that these guys are kind of cool, and now they think they can call the shots. And then you end up bad-mouthing us to Big Boss, saying that, no, these guys think that they're precious, they think that this and that.
And Big Boss told us this.
Yeah, he's like, no, these guys were saying this stuff about you. Even when we hired someone to be a manager, they said that they talked to you about that. So
my favorite part of everything, before I left, I was even telling that manager they were supposed to put above me. The best part is when he even because I told him before I left, I was like, listen, you don't know this. I know you don't. You just walked in here.
Boys,
and it might feel like you guys are on the same team now.
Wait.
You're going to learn who this guy is. Yeah. thing is, I always say
you're not gonna
you're gonna
listen to me
find out. I know you're not gonna
Not
believe
gonna
me.
listen to me
I
now.
always sound like I'm petty, whatever. I'm like, nah. I'm not even gonna speak badly about him. I've never even spoke badly about anyone. I'm just like, you gonna find out.
Yeah.
What happens? They started butting. When I
Clashing.
left, he started to realize what the problem was, because
Yeah.
we've never been the problem.
Yeah.
It's the
It
problem.
was actually very funny. Just a sidebar, because when we left, this man who was coming in just to do nothing, he had to be the media team. He had to do the work.
Everything we were doing,
Yeah.
he had to do it now.
And it was sad because what they also didn't realize is that he put in so much work that the cameras, the equipment was Tivu's.
It was all me. I was actually.
When he left, it was like, what are we going to use? And they were so dependent on us because we became so media based that you need to have something.
And I kept
nobody
collecting
did,
every
but,
month.
yeah,
I kept collecting,
equipment, yeah.
because to be honest,
You
I
could see.
also woke up. I'm like, okay, let's all move street. Let's be streetwise, nah.
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't respect me, nah. Because guys, build leverage when you work for someone. You have to. It's the only way to actually earn respect.
Otherwise, you're trapped.
Because if you don't respect me enough to actually pay me or treat me how I deserve, and even when I hold so much
Weight.
power, but the
Yeah.
disrespect is so high
Yeah.
that
You
even though
can't
you
tell.
hold our equipment, make our equipment, do everything,
It's our
and we're
equipment.
gone, and we have to start with cell phones again. We don't care enough
Yeah.
to actually treat you right.
Yeah.
That's enough. You don't need more of. Why do I respect myself?
Right.
Why am I here?
Why am I here?
Because that's the thing. I was like, because I knew quality is gonna go back down. No, everything.
Oh, and it plummeted.
It plummeted
Ah,
because you
it
didn't respect it.
plummeted.
I'm sure they never got compliments after that.
No,
They-
it was
even
over.
the
They even stopped seeing the big boss.
apparently the meetings even
The
stopped.
meeting stopped because the meetings became about what CakenTea
The team,
gonna do.
exactly. So it's like it's
Now
not an
that we
egotistical
got-
thing when I
This
say
is just evidence. This is what happened.
That is like,
This is
yo,
what
we
happened.
are good at what we do. We are
really
good
good at what we
vibe.
do. Yeah.
But if you think just because I'm young, good looking, it means that you can disrespect
Treat
me,
you a certain way. Yeah.
it's shy. That's all.
Anyway, that cooked us. Tivu was like, listen, I'm sick of being disrespected. So in that time I was still working there, Tivu was like, look, I'm gonna prove it that I am who I say I am. Started building CakenTea from scratch. We were like, we know this animation path, we're gonna keep getting the same treatment. Everywhere we go, whether we absorbed or not absorbed, we're gonna get this treatment.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna do it the other way. We're
Yeah.
gonna do it the way that we can see works that we are still good at.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, let's try this videography thing out.
Yeah.
Even though we're starting with nothing.
Yeah.
We're starting with no portfolio, no this. So Tivu was like, look, I'm going to take the job so we can actually have the leverage.
something, yeah. And things outside of corporate, because I think corporate bags are easy to get compared to creative bags. And
Creative
also
bags,
creative
yeah.
bags show your range.
Who are you? Yeah,
Corporate does
exactly.
not show range.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah.
Corporate is how in a box can you
Yeah.
be. Right? How jagged can you be?
How in a box can you be?
So we really revamped. This is when the real CakenTea was born.
And
We
the,
had a,
the logo rebrand was
we
too
had a
hot.
we had
I'm
a
sorry.
page, but we kind of annexed everything.
Everything.
It had our creative stuff, drawings.
Everything. Yeah.
We were like, we're gonna start
abolish
again.
the old.
And we had to abolish the old, even the logo and the branding.
God.
Because the logo and stuff looked like a fun time.
It was a good
It was
time.
two cartoon characters.
Because everyone was like, "Can you animate a music video for me? Can you animate a music video for me?"
Oh my gosh, it was. So we were like, okay, look, we need to rebrand. So I spent quite a bit of time thinking, how can I make a logo? How can I redesign us so that when we're looked at by serious corporate, also by creatives, it evokes a feeling of this is some professional stuff.
Yeah.
This is because at the same time it's like if you don't have that first impression, we know where things are
Exactly.
today. It is that first impression. It is the thing of if I just see this one time, I've already made my mind up
to
about
ride off the wave that he's saying. That's even why the first camera I bought, I remember I was like, cool, I accumulated enough money from that 9 to 5. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going to spend 70K on this Sony A7 IV, get all the
You have
memory
to spend the
cards.
money to invest in
Because
yourself.
I'm like, the quality of the gate needs to be
It's
so
so
hot.
important.
It can't look like it was shot on a phone, especially if we're saying we're doing this
So
media
it can't just
thing.
look like it's two
No,
jets.
exactly.
It can't look
I was
like that.
Nah. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, it needs to look hot.
Yeah.
You- continue.
right off the gate.
Yeah. So the rebrand. happened, like let's say the rebrand happened, we have the logo, and that's the thing, you keep going. That's the thing, you have to. So
Keep
now
building on it, yeah.
now after like the first gig I get, another gig comes through, another gig comes through. Now money is starting to come in, right? And it's like, even though money's coming in, people see us as just starting out.
Yeah.
They don't understand that we have years of experience. So it's like,
Right.
I'm making everyone catch up to my level of experience.
Understand,
right?
yeah,
But
that
that
way
thing,
I am.
I also can't papa too much. I can't be like, yo, dude, I know what I'm doing or I don't. But
Yeah.
that because it's like, I'm seeing it in a different, like, saying I'm a videographer versus saying I can shoot a video. No,
Right.
no, I have to like own it. Like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I
no,
do
this is what I
thing.
am.
Yeah, this is what I am.
Yeah.
Even though it's not like what I ultimately even want to be.
Yeah.
In future, we'll even talk about where it's headed.
Where we're growing
But
now.
it was more so to understand, because like I didn't want to do the animation thing of just going in one direction. You can actually just pinpoint to say that, let me see like what's actually nice in the videography space, because I've seen many people do this, do that. Also, like the same way with animation, I knew that all animators get paid peanuts unless they like they have enough leverage to get paid whatever they're going to get paid, right? I'm like, I'm not going to work grunt level videography for more than a year.
Not
Like,
forever.
more than even
It's entry level, but once I enter, I'm going up.
because I grew my personal social media page. I grew the company page. I grew every page because I'm like, I'm making sure that already the people who've worked for years, my numbers already caught up. The quality caught up.
Yeah.
So it looks like I've been doing this
been
thing.
here.
Because I've been there.
Credibility.
But I haven't been, So building the credibility to a point where now, that's why I said, coming back to like the beginning of shooting, helping, like the person who needed help for that shoot believed in my work so much, because that thing of before, it's like no one would just ask you to come shoot something, and it's like, no, dude, you actually
in my name.
in my name, because this guy was in another country, and he's like, yo, dude, this is such a last minute, I know this is happening, Davido is coming today. I had 3 shoots already lined up that day.
Yeah.
And he said this is all happening in the afternoon. I was even shooting a minister, right? And that was my last shoot. And I couldn't say no. Like, this was like, that's my bread and butter. So I was like, guess what? I didn't tell that guy no, because I saw this is also these opportunities for portfolio.
Yeah.
You don't get these shots all the time. Every shot mattered, because once I shot that thing, it was also good for experience. Every portfolio piece that was different, it's good to see that, oh, these people are like this in this industry. Car people are like this in this industry. Food people like this. I'm like, let's see what concerts like.
Yeah.
Yo, and it's also high profile concerts, not something small, whatever.
Not a
This
small
is
deal.
international, 221 million. Like, internet, this guy, yo, and
It is
the
known
energy
everywhere.
is different. Everything I felt and experienced that day, I was like, wow, right? And I got it done, made the video, everything happened.
Even got a scar on the arm.
That day I got my scar. Sacrifice, and got nothing for that thing, right?
Yeah.
God didn't get paid for it, and it's like, it's fine. And I even made the video the day right after, fast delivery.
Professional.
But I took nothing personally, because I don't forget what the mission was.
Yeah.
The mission was rebrand. That's all it was. Rebrand. Let's get
Get your
respected for this thing.
portfolio up.
And
Get
it
your
was
portfolio
hard, because now it's like people are really seeing like CakenTea, like, yo, you guys shoot
guys are
amazing.
actually
Can you
doing
come
this
shoot
thing.
me? Do this, do that. But I was like, cool. Moving into this year, obviously I want to see now if I can get even better clients.
better
Like in
clients.
2025, what's up now? Now Cake is
And
fully
now-
on
now I'm
board.
fully in.
Yeah, he's fully in.
Because at that time, remember, Tibu and I's experience was in animation, but now Tibu had gapped me, boy,
Yeah.
in terms of videography, and he'd even gained such an interest for it, where he's even knowing lenses, he's knowing this type of camera, and I'm just like, hey, I don't know what's going on.
I spent
but
a year to learn.
I don't want to be someone who's just tagging along. I want to make sure, okay, since I'm not going to be on this level, let me actually benefit the company in different ways that Tibu doesn't have time to do, because he's going to be on the ground. And I thought, okay, since we want to get more clients, more solid clients, it's not just a once-off thing, let me work on this rebrand properly. Let me do website. Let me work on our technical aspects to make sure that no matter who approaches us, it's done in the right way. Clean. We're not leaving money on the table. Spend so much time working on that. Well, I became almost a professional working on websites. Boy, ChatGPT and me were like this, just developing website until T was like, "Hey, bro, just use the platforms that have been made for websites to be made on." And luckily, by the time I got there, because I had been working on websites so much, that it was flowing. I'm like, I remember this flowing.
So it at least helped.
It helped so much that I had to develop a skill, and now we're already at a place where the brain is so full because I'm skilled at animation, I'm skilled at graphic design, I'm skilled at this, I'm skilled at that, I'm skilled at speaking,
copywriting,
I'm skilled at acting, I'm skilled at voice acting, I'm skilled at this, that. My brain is already cooked. I'm skilled at all of these things that I barely have enough space, but now I know how to make a website.
Exactly.
So all these things will come in place, and once we made the website, remember at this time we are doing everything we can to get as far as we can.
Yeah.
And we're working at a pace where even after we finish a project that we can advertise, we push forward. Yeah. We made a whole short film, made an entire short film that we didn't push.
And
it's a good short film. It was just more evidence.
The first time we ever did that.
The first time we ever did that.
Yeah.
And
it came out good.
It even made us reflect. It was more evidence that we aren't just animators. We are really creative that can think. Because we also have friends who are in, let's say, the acting realm. Yeah. But we've seen the type of work that the students come out with
or
who
even
studied that.
Even the roles that some people are given, it's like, it's never anything that can make you go anywhere. Because there's always something.
Because we tried that round too. We tried the model
acting,
route so that we can act.
And that's also ultimately when I'm not going to do it.
It's not going, and we're not going to do it because we don't like it. It's because the opportunities that were there were not opportuning. Not opportuning.
I keep saying, guys, unless you don't know that industry, you're getting played. You're getting played. And we made a short film, a really good one. And it was more evidence that no matter what it is, we can do it. If it's creative, we're going to do it well. So we did that. And now we're getting cooked. I mean, even after making the website, we hadn't advertised it. We still haven't advertised it. Please talk about Durban Music Festival.
Oh man, I skipped an entire chapter. I think which was one of the biggest, if not the biggest thing we've shot. Two men. And you may remember, we have no background in this. No. But we were like, we're going to manage a whole concert. And Durban Music Festival. Rick Ross was coming, or not even Rick Ross. Big local artists are coming. Yeah. We've never shot this. Yeah. But we're gonna do it. Because we have enough evidence that if it's a creative thing and me and you are on it, because we've worked together for so long, we barely have to talk on site. It's really just got it cool. And we moved and it's been that way for so long that we crushed it. It was terrible working conditions. It was horrible. Conditions that you would never expect.
We will have a segment dedicated to that experience from beginning.
It was months of work.
I think I even met the best pathological lie I've ever met in my whole life. I don't think anyone's gonna top that guy. That guy was peak. That guy lied about things he literally didn't.
He lied to random people.
Like I remember when he was lying to the Airbnb host. Like trying to make it seem like these artists are gonna come to your Airbnb, gonna get your number.
Show me the different.
Nothing. We're just checking out. He just started.
He didn't have
to do that, but he did.
It was smooth. We were leaving.
But that's what I'm saying.
But anyway, we had a horrible experience. No, anybody else? I think we underplay, as much as we saying it was bad, we underplay how bad it was because we were together.
Yeah,
like when we're together, it works.
I can do more.
I can do it. It's fine.
It's the saying that you can go further, you can go far alone, but no, they say you can go fast alone, but you go the furthest with someone that you care.
And because Tivo and I's mindset were at an equal level of cooked. And we've been called brothers and twins and what because not only based on looks but based on the way we move.
Yeah, mentality.
And the way we moved is because of how we've linked. We've been that as horrible as it was, we downplay it. I mean, we drove there.
No, but that was because we just didn't want to be.
We've never been the reason things went south.
And we only drove there because we just didn't want to be vulnerable, bro.
We wouldn't put up in a position again where we have to be dependent on people who don't care about you.
And that's what I'm like, how much do people not care? Right. I think I keep seeing
and every time afterwards, it always feels like the same lesson. At the end of it, Tivo and I come together and we look at it and we're like, bruh, never again. Is this how it's gonna be? It's the only tent I can trust in the whole world. And it was like that. And it's sad because I think a bunch of our friends that we had, we've also been stiffed by because you realize you guys also, I thought we were tight. You don't care about me.
I'm also tired.
And we were cooked to a point where it was like, oh, you don't care. Fine. Now I know this is one less person I need to put effort into. No problem. That's a contract. You sign a contract, you out.
I do a bit too much.
I've done a bit too
much
much. To a point where my current friends... No, it's dicey.
It's dicey, bro.
It's dicey. Those who don't know, if you do me, sucks. You out.
Nah, that's it, bro.
And it's fine.
It's cool.
It's really okay. And that's just where I'm at. I'm even at a place I don't have to tell you about it.
I don't
care.
move it.
But anyway. Anyway, we'll get to that. But anyway, after the festival, we reached a new, I want to call it a new high, but
that's a new low.
It was a double, it was a double whammy.
New lows.
But the new lows develop us
a mentality. It's the
so
correct,
much.
It's the correct mentality in
and you
business.
can never tell because you see, two men take care of themselves. You can
Everything's
never
fine.
tell.
You
can never tell.
And this is what I want to get about, like why formalizing is so important.
Right.
Once we finish that website, because I was watching videos about it, you know, like how to get
it is.
jobs,
Right.
what. I watch so much. This is why I want a lot of creatives get used to seeing
And
a
remember,
lot
this is
of
years
stuff
into the
on
game.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, like YouTube
This
never
is
stops.
years
People
into
are
the
always giving out valuable information,
stuff, yeah.
saying, listen, this is how I got my
This is what
6-figure
works.
clients back to back because I had a website. No one who has a lot of money is going to look at your IG
They're not on there.
be like, oh yeah, let me give this person
No,
$1 million.
I
For what?
want to see how serious
Exactly.
you are. Oh,
So-
this is cool. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go to your page.
Then they
Is
see
there a
work.
website?
Yeah, there's website. There's this. There's that. You need so much credibility
Evidence.
for someone to trust you enough to give you that
give you
much money.
money.
Would you give someone money?
There's something I keep saying. No one wants to give you money.
No one.
There's no one on the planet. You don't want to give
Give
somebody
someone
money.
So use the
Why
same.
would you expect?
Even when you need that person,
Nobody
bro,
wants
it's like,
to give
but
you
do I
money.
want to part with
But
this
I wanna
money,
give
though,
you money, bro.
And that's
Especially when you're in the creative field.
That's what
no
I'm
one
saying.
wants to give you money.
And moving
anyway,
up, right? Once we got finished that website, we still till this day have not advertised our company
once.
to say, yo,
we
this
didn't
is what
even
we
advertise
do.
the rebrand.
Not
We
yet.
just
It's coming.
ran in.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And we got like clients now reaching out on the website, right?
On the
And we
website,
actually-
almost
we
in a
even-
week.
Yeah,
I think within a week
within
of the
we got our retainer
people started-
client just
Yeah,
like that.
Hey, can you guys do that? Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
we can definitely do that, right?
yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? I'm happy that like with all the new lows, now even getting with our new clients,
Yeah.
we coming in with that. This is how that's how we work. This is
We-
the
yeah,
respect that,
yeah.
because it's that thing of a lot of creatives think that let me be friendly buddy first to make sure I get this retainer. Nah, bro.
Respect yourself, brother.
Respect is gonna make that relationship go further than you being friendly.
Yeah.
It's that thing of them respecting you and paying you on time, making sure that they don't even hinder the workflow. Because there's been so many times where we prepare, they don't prepare, they disorganize us, but then it's on us.
Yeah.
Hence why don't allow your client to even disorganize you.
Don't let them
a
little
foot.
bro you.
It's that thing of like, yeah, don't let them
Don't
little
let
bro
them
because
little bro
what's
you.
gonna happen is you're gonna be saying, what date do you want us to come and shoot? What? They keep quiet, right? The day comes, they're like, maybe on this day. You were already asking for a date. That time you want to ask follow-up questions. Or what should I bring?
What do you want out of this? Right.
What are your deliverables?
Yeah, what are you trying to get
your
across?
Client can be so lazy to even tell you what they want.
they
Then
need.
they'll
They
blame
don't even know
life.
what you need.
But guess what? When the event comes all of a sudden,
wait.
expectations.
Yeah.
I've had clients asking, did you bring audio and drone? I'm like, but you didn't
didn't
ask for that. I was asking you for weeks. And guess what? They're going to just make it seem like you look bad, like it's on you.
That's
You
always
the one.
gonna
And
be
I'm
on you.
like,
So,
and it's
yeah.
a common thread,
Yeah.
right? Hence why I'm saying the new low was that thing of no more giving clients free reign to like do whatever the heck they want. They actually have to understand that if you want to work with me, you have to meet this criteria.
Yeah.
If you don't meet it,
It's not gonna
it's
work.
okay, right?
And please understand, this is all coming from a place of evidence. It's all coming from a place of experience. It's not like we jumped into the videography space and then already this was the mindset.
Nah, yeah.
We needed the portfolio.
We did.
We needed the evidence. We needed the numbers. We needed the website. We needed to be
I didn't
clean
grow my IG for fun.
for fun. It was the evidence that, look, I'm not going to work for cheap. If you want to know, I don't know if you can do the work, go see.
Oh, see,
I did
bro.
it.
I'm not going to do it.
I'm not going to do it. It's not going to be evident.
I'm telling you
Yeah.
now for free. I'm never working as hard as I did this year ever again. For
No.
anyone, for-
It's going to match up.
It's going to match up. It's going to match up.
So-
and even then, I'm hiring. Now I'm at the stage where cool. Like I said, guys, the whole point was to go up. Now I want to give people jobs. Now I'm going to give the youth that were always disrespected, never respected. I'm going to respect you. But
You're gonna-
also,
because you
don't
were
come
there.
comfortable. I'm not your buddy.
You're my buddy.
I already gave one guy a shot. And wow, like, And mind you, I met this
were
guy
very nice
in
for that.
CBD.
You were
I
very
did.
nice for that.
I've done so many things
I didn't
outside of
believe
my
it.
comfort zone. I do things out of
For
my
the sake
comfort
of
zone
other
to
people.
break stereotype, right? To
Right.
be like, no, don't do the same or like, nah.
Be the opportunity
I was
that
like,
you
no,
didn't get
a
yourself.
young kid who doesn't have the same resources as me, black,
Reaching
but
out.
but I see that there's passion in this thing.
Right.
I can see, hey, things aren't like
Going
solid
great for you.
So I'm like, listen,
Let me give
so
you a
you're on
shot.
IG, followed us, whatever. I needed like a minion who had time, because a lot of people who are starting out have gang time but no portfolio,
Yeah.
no mindset.
Yeah.
Mindset's still catching up. We have
All
all
of
the
it.
mindset, we have resources. Now I'm like, cool, let me give
don't
this
have
guy
time.
extra hands.
Yeah.
So I just need extra hands. I said he was there for me, whatever. But the mentality was so bad, and the lack of professionalism was so bad. It started to slow me down. I'm like, this is why also you can't just give
can't hire
anyone
anybody.
a shot.
Right.
Because
There has
a
to be
lot of the
processes.
youth right now aren't actually making themselves hireable, like really hireable. And for us creatives doesn't mean that, oh, I'm willing to do the work, so therefore hire me. No, it's I can, one, do the work. Also, you don't have to buy extra equipment. Also, I can find my own transport.
I'm an asset.
Basically, I'm not a
Be an
liability.
asset, yeah.
I'm 100% an asset. Let's work today, right? When you come with that, like, what work do you need? I can do it. When you already look like you're doing the work, those people want to hire you.
Yeah.
But if you still be like, no portfolio, basically,
It's
I don't have a
energy.
computer to edit on. Why would I hire someone without a computer to edit and they say that they...
When I can hire someone that does.
Why would I also ask someone to shoot for me when they don't know? I have to teach you the camera.
What are we talking
So you're
about?
saying, like, if you're going to be a camera operator,
Do
you
you
kind of
want
need
this?
to know, like, the gist of camera. You see what I'm saying?
Come on.
But it's also like I'm saying, what also just sucks about being black, sometimes you can be so underprivileged that the opportunities, even though you're passionate about this thing, even though you're willing, it's just, unfortunately, you're not going to make it. It's
We have to look at reality.
Because
You're not
it's
gonna
like,
make it.
unless someone really gives you that shot and is
Yeah.
willing to grow you, and from what I've seen, even if someone gives you a shot, is willing to grow you, your salary will never go up.
Yeah.
Never. You're gonna stay on that level for life.
Your whole
I
life.
don't see, and that's what I'm saying. If people are getting replaced by AI in productions now, if you've seen what's happening in America with Hollywood,
Internationally.
and you're still aiming for low bar jobs with people you're not connected with on a team
And
level,
you're still not pulling your weight.
good luck. That's all I can say.
You're not gonna make it.
That's all I can say.
Look
I don't
at
even know.
reality.
You're probably living with someone looking after you because you can't.
You can't sustain yourself. Yeah.
Hence why we only focused on leveling up and understanding that doing anything from a lower position will only get me low work, will only get me disrespect. But doing things from a higher position, your positioning is everything. Your mentality, the way you talk to people, the way it's like, cool. Understand that us working together is us giving each other a chance.
Yeah.
It's not you giving me a shot and
Yeah.
I'm not happy that I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I'm happy to work with you
Yeah.
if we respect
It
each
is
other.
for you.
It's for you, bro.
I'm
don't-
not benefiting from
I'm
this.
not.
This is
I'd
all for
rather
you.
be at home. I
Yeah, yeah.
rather would be. It sucks. We all need to make a living, and there's so many easier ways to do things. But I was like, because I need control and I hate being told what to do by idiots. Because I don't even mind being told what to do by someone who knows what's going on.
Yeah.
It's just that I keep seeing that a lot of people don't know what's going on. People
Yeah.
who earn the money, or I don't know how they got there. I think that's what kept shocking me. How do you give people 4 million?
Yeah.
4 million rand to run a campaign. And I'm telling you, if I was managing that
Light.
campaign, I'm
Would've
telling
been
you,
finished quick.
I can say, this can be, you can say I'm egotistical, but if I ran that thing, people would just need to work 3 days a week. Done. If everyone worked 3 days and they did their job, imagine that you get your salary, the same
would've
salary
finished
with
halfway.
little, and you have that.
And then you have months.
Because that's part time. It was
Yeah.
part time work.
And
It
that's
didn't
why it was supposed to be part-time.
need that much
Yeah.
effort, because it was low effort work. It's like
Yeah.
you're just not awake.
You're not awake. So bringing it back, please understand that it's 2025 December right now. All of this that we're speaking about is coming from 2017, if I'm not going to count school.
Yeah.
All those years, how many years is that? 8. About 8 years, right?
Yeah, more, bro.
But this is all of that experience. Like we said, even to bring it right back, I didn't want to be the leader in my team, but automatically. And this has been a skill set that I guess we've had from the very beginning. Because even up until today, you get put in a leadership role and you do well.
You do well.
You do very well. So, I mean, that's why we are here. I mean, That's why we are where we are now, because we were able to think on a management level of what's at stake, what do we need to do to get to where we need to be, what's working, and what's not working, but we need to continue on it so it can work, and what's not working that we need to let go of.
Yeah, 100%.
So all those years of experience has led up to today. After the music festival.
Exactly.
After this, that. After the grind of the training of not having the resources, not having the equipment, but having to make it work.
Yeah.
Having to not get paid, but still do a good job.
Yeah.
All that experience has led up to
the CakenTea that you see now, the efficiency that you see now,
today.
why we move the way we move, why we handle ourselves the way we handle ourselves. Because it's through experience, through hard work, we've earned our stripes. Yeah, we 100% earned it. And even now, like, we started this, we called it the Café. This is the Café, by the way. This is the Café. We started this just to actually give you guys an insight of the reality of all industries, of all creative industries, of how you are supposed to think. How it
actually is.
How it really is. Because a lot of the times, we keep to our corners. Do you know how many people gatekeep information, basic information, where it's like, bro, you sure you want to go into this? Because this is what it's really like. Most people just think that, oh, shooting is cool, shooting is up, this is your job. No one actually tells you that, yo, bro, because
do you know how many people I've told, oh, you studied animation? Yeah, no, I want to send my son, and I'm like, don't.
You kill me every time you do that.
Don't. Your son's not going to make it in that industry.
They're not going to. And even if they do.
They're not going to make it.
Even if they do.
They're not going to make it.
What will they get out of it?
Yeah. Because in my opinion, that's what it means not to make it.
Because if you, that's what I'm
getting
saying.
Anything out.
Let it be a side hustle or start your own thing.
Start
it your own way.
If the heavyweights in the country are struggling, and they've been doing it for longer than you've been alive.
Bro.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
You who have no connection.
Exactly. And you don't even know the climate of the industry yet, right? And it's only getting worse through AI. So that's why we started the podcast. And also today's sponsor, by the way, is Popo Tea House.
Shout out to Popo Tea House.
Shout out to Popo Tea House, man. Come grab a drink. We got sipping. And they make a mean cappuccino. I love my cappuccino. They allowing us to use their space because genuinely come here, have chats. Because we are gonna
have some CakenTea.
Have some CakenTea. Yeah. We're gonna have professionals from time to time where we literally see like how has it been for you in the industry? Yeah. Like how did the industry treat you?
Honestly,
because obviously we are from. Imagine we gave you the timeline. From our trajectory, starting from an animation point of view, many people say, I started as this and become something completely different. Right. But some people stay creative. Some people quit ultimately and say, this whole thing's not for me, bro. Yeah. I'm just going to go into marketing. Exactly. Like people go into because I'm going to become a personal trainer.
I need to eat. So whenever we say, look at the reality of it, this is what the Café is about. Yeah. We're here to show you the reality of the situation. Whether you decide to continue to pursue it, at least you have more information.
And you need to know you're going to work hard. You're going to actually work harder than you've ever worked to get respected. Or even with the other success stories that we do eventually get. Because I want success and failure stories. Right. You're going to see
reality.
Yeah, you're going to see the reality on some people did have a clean, my first job led to this one. I got to create a thing. And it's that thing where some people can work for.
Did you know somebody?
I'm sure someone has like I got a boss, one mean boss, but my next boss, I became the manager, and everything was great. Then I
started my own thing.
Yeah, some people don't even start their own thing. They work for people who respect
someone who respects you.
It's still a good time, and it's still a good time. It's not impossible. It's just that depending on, because when you understand, like me and KK really like to create. Like he's even writing a story right now separately. That's what I'm saying. Even me, I wanted to get back into making clay sculptures because it was a skill that I had as a baby when I was young. But it's a skill that I didn't think that would actually serve me in any way. But even as an adult, it's like, no, I'm a creative person. This thing actually makes me happy. Like it's a form of expression that I feel like is so important that if you're creating feels like breathing with it's just a part of you. It's like, I want to do this from drawing to this and that, but how does that translate in your daily life when you're becoming an adult? Most people say, I haven't drawn on paper in years because it's like, you don't
need to. So it's all about reality. It's all about, look, this is what it is. This is what it's like. You're not gonna get this because you're black.
Black.
You're not gonna. We're gonna be as serious as possible.
Yeah.
It might be controversial to some people, but it's
Ah,
not
but
about
it's
controversy.
just about what I
This
experienced,
is what
bro.
I've been through, and this is the
If
reality.
you take
of
it
the
as
fact.
controversy, what I went through controversy,
Then
shut
that's
up,
on
dude.
you.
You don't
know,
need to watch
but,
it, bro.
But anyway, welcome to the cafe.
Welcome to the cafe and enjoy it.